Hey, what's going on, guys? Today we are going to take a look at some optimal builds for Alm's army. The banner includes Gray, Delthea, and Mathilda. I try to include a budget set for each of the heroes, but if I think the default skills are not that great, then there will not be one. Anyways, let's start it off with Gray. Gray is a villager, so his base total stats will be very high. That makes him a great unit to have on your team for arena because you can get a higher max arena score. They are very similar to Ike's, and Gray actually has a slight edge over Ike's stats, but obviously Ike is a lot better because of Ragnell. 35 attack and 38 with attack IVs makes him a great candidate for a Brave Sword set. Neutral speed being at 32 is kind of an awkward number. 35 with speed IV sounds a lot better, so having plus speed is very important. Overall, a great stat spread, but on the other hand, his skills are not. The only skills that are worth using in arena is his weapon and swap. I personally don't like the offensive boost skills out there. I know some people think they're great, but I prefer the offensive blow skills over the boost ones because I just think they're more reliable. The defensive boost skills like water boost and earth boost are okay since you can use them during both phases. So for the first build, best IVs to use with it is plus speed with minus resistance. You can use this set with almost any kind of IVs as long as he doesn't have minus speed. If you have neutral speed, then Darting Blow is also a great option for the ace slot. So Gray's stats pretty much begs for a Fury set. 35 speed is okay, but a little more would be even better. Fury prevents him from being one round KO'd by every vanilla hero. If every enemy has Fury equipped, then he does die to Tsubaki and Sully because of Sapphire Lance. I feel like the B slot options are very limited. The only three that I think works best for him are Renewal, Vantage, and Swordbreaker. I pick Renewal because it's very expensive and will help maximize your arena score. Swordbreaker obviously helps deal with fast sword Fury heroes, but since he has threat and speed already, then you shouldn't really need it. What makes threat and speed important is for taking out Fury Quick Repose Camus. Fury Camus has 36 speed, so Greg actually can't double Camus without 3 more speed. You can also just use Vantage to take out Camus, attack him once during the player phase, and during the enemy phase, Vantage will finish him off. Next one is the generic hit and run Brave set. Best IVs are plus attack with minus resistance. The results versus vanilla heroes are 109 wins and 10 losses. You can run Swordbreaker instead of Dragback. That'll help him quad sword heroes. It does push his results from 109 wins to 117, and it will prevent doubles from sword units if he does get attacked during the enemy phase. Draconic Aura grants him 16 bonus damage only during the enemy phase because of Death Blow. Other options are Luna and Bonfire. Other than that, there's not much to talk about it. It's very straightforward. Next up is Delthea. She comes with a huge 36 base attack with remarkable speed. Her HP and defense are extremely low, so she'll very likely die to any physical enemy that even slightly touches her. To complement her high attack, she comes with a legendary tome with 14 might. It grants melee allies 6 attack at the start of the turn, which is such a powerful ability. Just think of it as giving your allies 6 or 12 more damage. Death Blow we all know is a great skill, however it's better to use Darting Blow for neutral speed Delthea so she can double more enemies. However, Death Blow is fine for plus speed Deltheas. Her C skill Drive Attack actually stacks with Dark Aura's effect, so essentially your allies are getting plus 9 attack, which is kind of ridiculous. Overall, amazing offensive stat spread with great default skills. For her budget set, keep everything but her special. Get rid of Miracle and give her Draconic Aura. For the B slot, you can give her Wings of Mercy, Lance Breaker, or Blue Tome Breaker. Lance Breaker will help her double fast Lance heroes. Blue Tome Breaker will help her survive and kill Blade Tome Lindy with Erica buffs on the enemy phase. It will also help her survive neutral Death Blow Reinhardt. However, it does not save her from plus attack Death Blow Reinhardts. So Blue Tome Breaker is just an option if you want to make Delthea a team buffer as well as a blue and red mage counter. My favorite is Wings of Mercy. That way she can fly around the map and help allies finish off enemies. And by the way, this set can be used with any kind of IVs. Second and last build is a Desperation set with either Swift Sparrow or Fury. Best IVs to use with this set is plus speed with minus defense. I wouldn't recommend using Life and Death because it will butcher her high resistance. Her resistance is valuable because she can be used to tank red mages and even some blue mages. So with this set, she can still buff her allies, but in addition, she can still nuke enemies. Against vanilla heroes, the results are 108 wins and 7 losses. I'm not going to include a Blade Tome set for her because there are plenty of Blue Tome users that can do that job. Plus her unique weapon is just too good to replace. Third and last hero is Mathilda. She has horrible health, attack, and defense. Speed is alright, but not great. resistance is the only noteworthy stat. That being said, she should be used as an anti-mage like Titania. If you so happen to get a plus defense Mathilda, then the more traditional physical builds are okay as well. I would say her default skill set is pretty good. Rider Bane has high might, and the anti-cavalier tag can actually help her out since her attack stat is really low, and cavaliers are quite common in arena. Cancel affinity, in my opinion, is not worth using on any colored unit besides maybe Reinhardt. I think it's only useful for colorless units because they don't have a weakness besides Raven Tome, and Raven Tome is almost always paired up with Triangle of Death. And lastly, Hone Attack is perfect for her since it can be directly upgraded to Hone Cavalry. Here's your budget set. You can use it with almost any kind of IVs, plus defense isn't necessarily needed, but it does help reduce damage from Lance heroes. So with this set, she can be used to counter all reds and most Lance enemies. Actually, I lied, she can counter all reds besides Gray. Mathilda gets murdered by him despite having Triangle of Death equipped. So with this set, she can even take out Fury, Quick Repose Camus, Reinhardt, and of course Xander. Blade Tome Cecilia will live with 2 HP, so Mathilda will need either plus attack IVs or a +1 attack seal. Iceberg is going to be her best special since it grants her 17 bonus damage on activation. And of course C-Slot is always flexible, depends on what your team looks like. Next set has a similar strategy to the previous one, but instead of countering reds and lance enemies, she's going to be used to counter reds and blue mages. Kinda like a blue Titania build. Initially I thought Sapphire Lance would be the better weapon, but it turns out Rider's Bane is a lot better. With Sapphire Lance equipped, she can't kill Reinhardt on the counterattack, so that's actually a big deal. What Sapphire Lance does do is help reduce a lot of damage from red melees. As for red mages, there's not that much of a difference. With Rider's Bane equipped, she can take out Reinhardt, Cecilia, Lindy, Xander, and can still survive an encounter with Camus and bring him down to 6. Last set is still an anti-mage build, but a different approach. Best IVs are plus attack and minus defense for HP. Instead of Rider's Bane, we give her Berkut's Lance and Quick Repose for the B slot. Results are 77 wins and 35 losses, and against vanilla mages only, 21 wins and 0 losses. She can even take out Fury Sonya and live with 13 HP. Fury Julia will live with 1 HP, and blue and red mages all pretty much die. It'd be best to use this set with a Horse Emblem team so she can get all the cool buffs. But she does die to some weird heroes. I mean, she dies to vanilla Sesame for God's sakes. That's all the builds I have for Alm's Army. Let me know what you think and feel free to share your own builds for these heroes in the comments below. I started this series so people can find different builds not only from my video but from you guys in the comments as well. Celica's banner and Berkut's video is kind of delayed because I haven't had that much time this week to work on videos, but I do plan to make those videos. And as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.